Next individual I am going to represent or introduce is a person, I know him much before he's attained this post. What do I say? Humility is the greatest of quality. Humility is the greatest of character. Which I've said before, if you see some of the business tycoons to the giants of the greatest legends in the world, from a Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to a Ratan Tata to a Mahatma Gandhi, one quality we see is they're all down to earth, modest, very humble. क्योंकि झुकता वही है जिसमें जान होती है, अकड़ना मुर्दे की पहचान होती है. Thank you, thank you. Telling you something about this young individual. He has been the Vice President of Bangalore City Youth Congress, followed by Secretary at the Karnataka Pradesh Youth Congress, followed by Vice President of Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee for the Youth. He's also been adorned with the post of Vice Chairman for the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee Minorities Affairs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I take emphasis and telling you this. This is the first Shia, not in Bangalore, in India, to be adorned. Vice Chairman in this authority is equivalent to chairmanship. Please put your hands together for our very own brother, Janab Roshan Ali Najafi, who is right now the Vice Chairman, equivalent to Chairman, Sports Authority of Karnataka. All I'd like to say of my personal experiences, we have learned so much from you in terms of inspiring the youth, inspiring us to take leaps ahead and being distinctive in the field of politics. You inspire and you make us dream furthermore, and thank you for getting this so that we all here can believe that we can do it too. Am I right, brother? With that, I request Janab Maulana Manzoor Abdi Sahab to please do the felicitation along with the President, Secretary and the Vice President, along with Ghafoor Saab, to please honor this young dynamite of our community, pride not just for us but in India. The round of applause continues, ladies and gentlemen. The first Shia in India to receive such an honor at such an young and tender age. Nare Haidari! जनाब रोशन साहब के सलामती के लिए नारे सलवात. Well, definitely we are not going to let him off very easily. He needs to address you all, which he should. Just before we take it forward, I think we'd like to hear you with your speech. Check.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Respected ulamas, respected President, the Vice President, Secretary and the members of the Anjuman Imamia, and my very close friend, brother, respected Ghafoor Sahab, who's been always there for the development of the party as well as towards the socio-economic development of the community. It's an honor to have you here, Ghafoor Sahab. And respected ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I'm thankful to Anjuman Imamia to invite us for this occasion on seminar on community development. I'm basically not a good orator. I'll just try to speak out a few words so that I could connect with the public here. The community concept of community development I feel it starts from our own inheritance of the family and the concept which has to be there strongly in our minds. It has to be started, as I said, from the family. That means from our own clan, Khandan. I mean, we got to give justification to our own family members who are more on the underprivileged concept. And also, I think I'm blessed to have a family for the subject called Seminar on Community Development. I need to introduce my family also, though it's a different subject. My Dada, Alhaj Mir Asadari Saheb, was a great master, headmaster also, and his principles, ethics have been continued to my father, to my brother and myself. I can't forget the original Johari, you can say, Mumtaz Hussain Johari. He is the original Johari who started this concept of gems in jewelry in the history of Karnataka. I think all the so-called or our gems in jewelry people must be indebted to them, to this great soul. I cannot forget my late grandmother Zaibunisa Begum, who was an icon for the ladies. She was a great lady, a great human for the cause of the society and the community. I am very blessed to be born to my parents, Janab Mir Ali Raza Sahab, and my late beloved mother, Akhtari Begum. I think I can write a big volume of pages on my mother because of her dedication, devotion, and her sincere commitment towards the ladies and the society. Probably the concept of hijab and Islam was started from my family. That is my grandmother, my aunties, and my mother. Even my uncles, Janab Mir Ali Jawad, Mir Hadi Hussain, and Mir Ahmad Hussain have given their contribution towards those days when the Maulanas, I think the Maulanas were introduced here in Karnataka through my uncles. And I would like to present a few points. See, we have this concept of not connecting directly with the society. We have a different concept. I mean, when we come up to some position financially or on any aspects of life, our attitude changes. We have that, sorry to say, that ego concept in us, which is a bad negative attitude, negative concept towards the society. I need to quote a few examples. One example, I used to notice, I know it's apart from the subject, I need to stream out my views on this platform. I used to notice a person who used to come in a very high-end car near our masjid. And I spoke to the driver. I asked, why is that most of the time the car comes just opposite, bang opposite the masjid, and the owner of the car comes out, though his house is just beside the masjid. Surprisingly, the driver says, नहीं भैया साहब बोलते हैं कि गाड़ी हांच खड़ा हो और जब डोर खोलो जब लोग आती हैं. This is the timid idea. It's really sad to, portray this kind of concept towards the community. And this position of mine has taken a lot of trouble for me to come here. It's been 22 years working for the party. I'm thankful to Shri Rahul Gandhi ji, Madam Sonia Gandhi ji, our Ghaffur Bhai's mentor Oscar Fernandez ji, and special thanks to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Siddaramaiah ji, my mentor, you could say, Dr. Parameshwar ji, who's the KPCC President, also the Home Minister of Karnataka, Dinesh Gundarao ji, who happens to be more than a brother to me, who's the working president of our party, KPCC, Mr. U.T. Khadar. I think I can never forget U.T. Khadar because he stood with me as a rock, as a brother during my mother's illness. Yeah. And I will also thank our local MLA, Mr. N.A. Harris, because we have been friends for more than 22 years. There was a slight stoppage of my nomination during this nomination last time. Actually, I was nominated for a chairman for Meat and Poultry Board last tenure. There are 2 installments here of a chairmanship, if I'm right, Ghaffur Bhai. So last time I was nominated for Meat and Poultry Board. Unfortunately, that board was defunct during the BJP government on the instructions of RSS. And then again, I got an opportunity this time. But I would like to give in a message to a few individuals of our community. Please do not use Anjuman platform or religious platforms to encash your political mileage. I'm really proud to quote one thing. My nomination was held up for 2 days. And 2 ministers spoke to my father. They called up my father, said, "Sir, you are the president of the Anjuman Imamia, and we want your letter addressing to the CM and Rahul ji that the Shia nominee must be your son." And I am so proud of my father. My father replied that I am not going to use Anjuman platform, nor I am going to use a letter. So he gave a suggestion to my friends. Your friend, that is me, that is his son. He's been there for the past 20 years in the Congress party. If you have the ability and the concern towards my son, help him out so that he comes through. I think this sort of concept, in fact, it's a very rare concept, because a son who's in, it was a very difficult situation. Sorry to say, a senior alim of our community from Uttar Pradesh, he had called up a few important leaders of our party, saying that Shia nomination must be given to such and such person. It's really sad to say that ulamas, whom we have a high regards and high respect, interfering in the political affairs of our system. But Alhamdulillah, Imam Zamana's blessings, and especially my mother's blessings, I got through this. It's only because of my mother that I've gone through this concept. And again, I would like to give one more message to few missive mongers of our community, because here it is my and my brother's soul and life, energy sitting here. See, we want to concentrate more on the socio-economic development aspects of the community. And we are so much entangled here in this concept. Like, we're having our own ego issues. We are not concentrating, as rightly Sajjad Bhai said, there has not been any constructive work from the past couple of years. We maybe we have a small community and we have our own ego concepts. But I would like to say my colleagues who are from the cobblers community and from the SC/ST community, even from the cobblers and the SC/ST communities, they have gone so ahead, they have gone so far off with their thought process, with their concern together, to work together. They have so much of infighting among them. But when it comes to some sort of community representation or any government schemes, they get united and they succeed in their concept. See, I have a concept, we need to concentrate more on the administrative bureaucracy level, because we do not have any KS, we do not have any KS, IS, or any sort of officials. I really feel happy when I see our constable Mominis coming to the masjid with the walkie-talkie and a different attitude. I really feel so happy. We need to see our community in a bit bigger rank, inspector level, ACP level, and SP level. We are not at all concentrating towards the socio-economic development also. We have a vision where we can work out towards cooperative societies for a bank of our own, and especially we need to concentrate on the bureaucracy level, because in case we have some officials and bureaucracy in our system, that will be an help to our society. See, it's been so much of difficult, Ghafurbhai knows it. See, one is giving minority representation. It was too difficult because hardly maybe 8 or 9 chairmen. See, there were 5,000 applications. 5,000 applications for the chairmanships. And among that, I think 70 are lucky to get this post. Again, we had this problem of minorities being representation. Unfortunately, sorry to say, because a few people of our, different approach of minority leaders, there was an obstacle again, why giving a microscopic community. And Alhamdulillah, I have never come and approached any of the Anjumans or anything to support me. So, whereas other people have encashed Anjumans for 15 years and they have enjoyed the show. And this is a very concerned concept where we can really, continue our approach, our thought process towards the socio-economic development. And I will also like to, emphasize more on the women empowerment, because I've seen my colleagues, the ladies like who used to work with me in the Youth Congress, they have developed the women empowerment, and they have really gone up very much ahead, more than the men concept. And I would also like to I request we reach out to the underprivileged society without any hidden agenda. I've seen a lot of people coming when I interact with the people. Sorry to say, I have seen a lot of girls who've crossed their age of 25, 30, but unfortunately they haven't got married because of their financial status. We need to go deeper inside, connect with the real problems, the real root cause, what is happening. Not just coming here, trying to, we have to take out the word I. We have to be we, W-E-V, so that we connect and we work for the development of the community. And this now, what platform I have got, I'm accessible to most of the administrative powers in system. We can work. Please encash me. Come over. I have an office in Kantirya Stadium. Alhamdulillah, it is in the middle of the stadium. I am a sports chairman. There is no chairman in this, so it is designated as the vice chairman. And what are the authorities of the Sports Authority of Karnataka? I would like to brief it. This is a state government organization with state-wide scope in the field of sports, pertaining to the development of sports infrastructure like stadiums, pools, indoor stadiums, well-equipped gyms, even akhadas, but we don't have any wrestlers here, so that doesn't suit us. Implementation of sports programs like competitions, sports hostels, sports awards, coaching, camps, and etc. Actually, it is a total responsibility for the entire all-round development of the sports in our state. Advantages so that the community can encash it. Please encash this. Sanctioning of gym and gym equipments for the young generation to become more fit. I think we need that. Sanctioning financial support to the clubs. I don't think so we have clubs in our community. Youth clubs, associations for the organization of sports competition, sports scholarships, sports insurance, sports cash awards. Sports awards can be also utilized. Poor sports persons can get financial materials, even coaching benefits from our authority. Education-free reimbursement for national medalists. Engineering and medical seats under sports quota. Encouragement of specially able sports persons, that is Paralympic sports. Appointment of elite sports person under sports quota in various government organizations. This is the right time to encash this. And also cash awards for national and international medals. See, we do not concentrate, at least let us concentrate more on this sports concept, apart from a socio-economic development. I'm here probably for 1.5 years. In case the government comes back, inshallah, we might continue also. This is a first step here for me. It's been very difficult, 20 years and so much of problems. And alhamdulillah, by Iman, with Iman, I have come up to this position. As you're aware, most of the political equation is different. And alhamdulillah, I command good respect among the politicians, among the party and different political parties also. So please encash my concept where I can be proud, in 1.5 years, I could do something for my community so that I work out and tomorrow after 5-10 years, if I see youngsters in that stage of national level or international level, it would really, give me that peak of confidence in me so that I work further. Not only this, any work you have regarding the socio-economic development or anything, please come over to me. My doors are open at the Kantirya Stadium also. And lastly, I would like to, I think after the inspiration of the quotes of MC Abbas, probably I'm not a good orator like you, but let me finish this with a small शायरी. कमजोर माँ के गोद का पाला नहीं हूँ मैं, कमजोर माँ के गोद का पाला नहीं हूँ मैं, सूरत से हार मानने वाला नहीं हूँ मैं, सूरत से हार मानने वाला नहीं हूँ मैं, एक जायका हूँ सारे जमाने के लिए, एक जायका हूँ सारे जमाने के वास्ते, फिर भी किसी के मुंह का निवाला नहीं हूं मैं, फिर भी किसी के मुंह का निवाला नहीं हूं मैं, कमजोर मां के गोद का पाला नहीं हूं मैं. Thanking you all for lending me your ears and giving me your precious time. Thank you. And one more thing before I thank, I would like to end this with some naras. Nare Haidari. Nare Haidari. One more. Bolo Bharat Mata ki. Bolo Bharat Mata ki. Thank you. Thanks again.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much.